Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your monthly reading for October. I can't believe the year is flying on by so quickly, but here we are. We've just moved into Libra season officially, and this may influence you to seek new horizons, to start new projects, expand your knowledge or reach, be curious, and embark on new travel destinations. It's a perfect time to get creative, get deeper clarity on your desires, whilst at the same time strengthening the relationships you have with important people in your lives. Now, this month, it should be all about balance and harmony. However, we do have the last eclipse of the year occurring, and it is a big one, okay? It's a solar eclipse that occurs during a new moon, which can trigger some major reality checks and literally fling you out of your comfort zone. Eclipses, they actually offer shocking but positive personal revelations or realizations to shift perspective and even course correct to get back on track and do what is right for you and do more things that you love. It can even radically change an important relationship or see you start an important relationship, whether it's love related, business, or even friendship. Now, combining Mercury's influence this month, it can also indicate some surprising news comes your way. It doesn't have to be negative, but whatever it is for your highest good, and it will surprise you. And an eclipse plus a new moon actually increases your manifestation potential. So get really clear on what it is that you want and stride boldly forward, for the universe shall work with your energy to achieve it, delivering prosperous outcomes. Now, I would say make those wishes and manifestations before the 9th of October, because Jupiter, planet of good luck, it retrogrades and it will not turn direct until February 2025, and that's when the energy will stabilize a little bit more. Now, we also have Pluto, planet of life-altering change, dipping back into the sign of Capricorn. That occurs on the 11th of October. Could lend itself to a little bit of a bumpy energy on a global scale, of course, but on a personal level, Pluto can actually help you detox, declutter, articulate yourself effectively, and have your needs met, and build a deeper relationship with your inner self. The super full moon on the 17th will ask you to pay more attention to your health and make long-lasting changes to improve your well-being, and you will, of course, commit 100% to self-improvement. Whatever you align yourself with in the month of October will actually amplify way into 2025. So make sure you do more of what you love, as October will literally act as a mirror. It will act as a mirror, as I was saying, of what to expect for the year ahead too. It is actually a potent time to release heavy energy, and I can see there with that 5 of Cups, you're definitely releasing some heavy load or something you've been dealing with emotionally. I definitely see that things are going to improve for you this month, and October, although it will be a bit of a difficult month in general for everybody, on a personal level, it yields so many rewards and revelations to aid you with the next steps of your path. Now, we close the month with my favorite time of year, Samhain, or Halloween to some. It's a magical time, and it's a perfect time to light a candle for the ancestors, to offer up a moment of gratitude. For their struggle, it opened the pathway for us to thrive. And the veil shall be, of course, thinnest during this period, so expect messages from loved ones in spirit in the form of feathers, coins, and scent, just to let you know that they protect you, they're with you, they send unconditional love, and of course are guiding you towards greater things, as you deserve the best in life. Okay, so let's get straight to your cards and see what is coming in there for you. I can see that you're going to have a chance to save a little bit more money this month, that's for sure. Right at the end of the month, you've got the Four of Pentacles there, which means, a little bit of something for later on. So that's kind of nice. But your first card there is the Death card, Radical Transformation. A lot of you are paying close attention to endings this month. Now, it can be a personal revelation that sees you release something that, as I said, you've carried around with you for quite some time. The Five of Cups is an emotional release. So whether you've been going through a period of sadness or struggle, I feel there is a breakthrough this month there as well. But also I feel on a practical level, you're paying close attention to contracts, expiry dates. Perhaps you're looking at due dates as well. You've got some sort of date-oriented project that you've got on the go, or you've promised yourself that you're going to get something finished before a certain date, and I feel like you're going to be right on target. But could also be that, you're paying close attention to service provider contracts and basically either thinking about whether you renew them or maybe find an alternative service provider in order to get a better deal. The Death card, it yields change. So I definitely see that you are looking at breaking out of a cycle of repeat or breaking some sort of old habit, something that's familiar to you that you feel like you've outgrown at this time, because basically it's a rebirth. And your seventh house is actually governing you at the beginning of the month, so you're going to be wanting to be a little bit more sociable than usual, connect to the people you really care about, spend time in good company, and of course you're going to be thinking about the alliances that you share with people in your everyday circumstances. Who's got your back, who doesn't. If you're in business, for example, this could be a networking opportunity to increase your power in the industry that you work in. But ultimately, I feel this is about you connecting and having fun. I mean, you've got the 10 of Cups there. So this is about your soul tribe, finding good times with good people and feeling really content. I feel also some of you may be visiting family or have someone who is considered a family member, someone who's close to you, may come and visit you in the month of October as well, especially the beginning of the month. There may be some sort of quick trip there. Now, also your first house, it governs you as you move through the rest of the month. And that's all about yourself. It's about your identity. Some of you may feel like revamping your wardrobe, which would really connect to the Death card there. Maybe a new style, maybe a new sort of hairstyle as well, or hair color. Some of you may try new products in order to enhance what you already have. So I feel there's an energy here of you also looking at what makes you unique, stand out from the crowd. Big soul searching month as well, of you looking at where you feel like your place is in the world. And if you're unhappy with anything that you are experiencing right now, you're setting those changes in motion to make sure that you get the best of your circumstances. Now it says here, endings and transformations. This card symbolizes death of old dreams to make way for new aspirations and the constant evolution of the self through dreaming. So this can be twofold. It can be that you're looking at outdated practices. Maybe you are really admitting to yourself what's no longer working for you, anything you've been accepting or enabling that you feel like it has to stop or change because you've had enough of it. But also it can be that you're completing a lot of projects and tasks. I see that you're going to be very productive this month. You're totally going to be so proud of yourself at the end of the month because you're going to have so much done. And I feel like some of you may even embark on new learning. So it could be that you're learning more about yourself, what you're capable of under pressure, but also it could be that you're expanding your knowledge. Some of you, it could also be that you are thinking about learning a language, because we have that King of Swords there as well, communication and overseas or international energy. And if you're in business, it could be that, you either connect to a client this month that's overseas and they become a very lucrative partnership with you. And if you're working for a company, it could be that someone from overseas is coming to visit your company and you have to prepare. It could also be a family member or someone that you really care about is coming from overseas to visit you, or vice versa. And I feel like you're going to have a wonderful time. It's a very fruitful time, very joyous time, lots of fun there too, okay? But the Death card indicates that, you're almost like in a change of seasons yourself. I feel like you're really deeply reflecting on what's constant in your life, what changes, what evolves. Some of you are looking at friendships and how you're evolving away from a certain group of people, because as you can see with that Five of Cups there, this can indicate that, certain people in your life, either they've changed or you've changed and you've outgrown this. You may yearn to sometimes be in their company, but I feel like they're not as tight-knit as they used to be, and I feel like you are gravitating away from those people because you're making space for new soul tribe members. Remember, as we evolve, so do the relationships and friendships around us, and sometimes it can feel like a very isolating time because you're just trying to find your way and you're leading with authenticity. So you may see certain people's practices or traits that you think, oh gosh, they're stuck in that cycle and they're finding it hard to get out of it. And you may have tried to help them, but sometimes people are not meant to see at certain times. So I feel like you're taking the onus upon yourself to transform your energy, protect your energy, and focus on what you can transform in your life, whether it's your money, whether it's your business. I feel this month is all about knuckling down, almost like tunnel vision, to focus on what's important to make you happy, because I feel like you are looking for that happy ever after. And that's not just in love. This is, in life in general. I feel like you can have it all, of course. So I feel this energy here of you making some long-lasting changes in order to benefit you and the people that you care about, your family, your soul tribe. I mean, the Ten of Cups, it can indicate that, things are okay right now. You're feeling pretty proud of your successes so far. You're feeling fulfilled to a certain degree, but there is an energy of like, what else? Some of you with that Seven of Wands, you may have reached a certain plateau in your life that you're kind of happy with, and you're really proud that you got to this certain level. It's been a struggle, but it can be that some of you are trying to protect that position. So if you are an entrepreneur, for example, you're doing really well. You're trying to maintain, sustain, but also diversify so you can increase. If you're someone who is in a company and you work for somebody and you're trying to move up the ladder, it can be that you feel like you've hit a plateau or a glass ceiling and you want to find alternative avenues to move up that ladder. And if it's not where you're at right now, I feel some of you are changing, ending, because the Death card can be an end, but it can also be a transition towards something greater. So I feel some of you may be getting a new job, for example. And if you come to this reading and you're currently out of work, maybe you got shocked by being let go or made redundant, or maybe you've been seeking an opportunity for a long time, but it's not been showing up for you. I do see here that there is one coming towards you. I see contracts at the end of the month. I see two, actually. I would say listen to your gut instinct on, how you feel in the environment, because I get one energy. It's a potential toxic environment where if you look at the people, you can see they're really unhappy. I feel you'll kind of guess how the company is by how you're greeted in the company. And if it's a little bit negligent, I feel there's an energy here of either this company doesn't have everything together or they're giving off the wrong vibe. I feel like there could be like extra hidden work there that they're not going to tell you about, but they're certainly not going to pay you for. But I feel like you'll have to take on those like ad hoc duties. Now that's fine, of course, but if it's something that is going to surprise you and it's a lot more work than you're expecting, I feel, of course, that's not acceptable. But there is a second opportunity where you walk in and you interview for the role. You feel great. Okay, so really listen to your hunches on this one, because I feel with that Seven of Wands there, it could be an energy of all is not what it seems. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that it's untoward. It can just mean that suddenly some extra stuff's revealed that you didn't know about. This could also be in terms of any contract that you sign. For example, the Ten of Cups is all about your home space. So we've got the Seven of Wands there as well. So for example, it could be that you have a conversation with a landlord or someone who is involved in your household, whether you're renting or maybe it's your someone who actually rents property. Could be that there is something going on there. Maybe there's a difficult conversation, or someone can't pay, or someone tries to get out of something, or maybe the landlord is selling up or moving, and you have to have that difficult conversation there. I feel whatever it is, the Four of Pentacles indicates you're secure in the situation. So maybe you're going to be given enough time to find an alternative place of living, and it means that actually you may find it at a different rate and an even better place than before. Because I'm seeing this energy of things benefit you. Have faith. Things are actually working in your favor this month. But with that Seven of Swords, I feel I need to just pull an extra card on that a little bit later on. Ultimately, I feel with the Ten of Cups, this can be a card of security and feeling good at where you're at right now, even though you're striving for more, okay? Because the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups means you're grateful for all that you have right now, but you're battling away to accomplish something else. With sustained effort, you will reach your goal. You are very unstoppable this month. This is an energy of powering on through. I would also say just be a little bit mindful of your immune system. Keep your defenses up, because I feel sometimes when we're trying to make some changes, but also sustain our usual everyday circumstances, it can be a lot. It can be quite overwhelming. For example, if you're moving home, and you're holding up a job and you're looking after children and you're doing all the things, doesn't mean that that's going to apply specifically to your situation. It just means like you're trying to spin all the plates, right? And you're trying to move, everything's in boxes, it feels like chaos until you actually get to the place where you settle in, and then everything is like, it's a release. So it feels like you are moving through. And I also see with the Seven of Wands, you're trying to manage stress levels, because Seven of Wands can also be that, everyone wants a piece of you this month. Everyone's asking you to do something. I feel a lot of you have some family members who are wonderful, but they always reach out and ask for your help. And I feel like you are someone who's very nurturing, supportive, and I feel like you're always there for that person or those people. But at the same time, I feel like you've got a lot on your plate, so you're trying to manage it all. You may actually transform your schedule in some way, or just reorganize the way that you operate this month in order to make sure you can accommodate everything and everybody's needs there as well. Now, of course, the Seven of Wands indicates that you're inspired and you're finding solutions to anything that is difficult there. And of course, I feel like you're pushing on through. You're leading with your passions. You're a fire element. So that means that you are being hopeful. You're making some changes. You're transforming your life for the better, but also with the World card, I see a lot of you returning to some of the projects that you've had on the go that perhaps you've put to the sidelines. So I feel this is a very goal-oriented month. You're going to accomplish so many great things and tick loads of things off your to-do list. But with that World card energy, I feel like some of you are now returning to things that you've been meaning to get round to, okay? So whether it is cleaning out the loft, if you've got a loft or garage, or whether it's to fix that squeaky cupboard, I feel like a lot of you are returning to those things to get it done this month. Maybe you've got a writing project on the go, or an art project, or maybe you've been meaning to get back into fitness in some way. Whatever it is you've been meaning to do, this is the month to return to it, and you're going to feel really proud of yourself as you get more involved and integrated into the things that have been almost like shelved, if that makes sense, okay? Now, there is a sense of completion, it says here. Completion, fulfillment, and unity. This card represents the achievement of harmony between the inner and the outer worlds, the culmination of a journey through the dream realm. So, of course, you're focused on your projects, your goals, and your aspirations, but also it's more than that. It's making sure that body, mind, and soul are taken care of. It's a period where you need to take care of yourself and honor your needs as well. So I definitely see that, you're trying to balance all the energies. On the World card, there tends to be the four elements, the wands for the passion, the tenacity, the drive, the energy. And if you've been feeling lack of energy in the last couple of weeks or months, or you've been feeling a little bit unmotivated, which is not typical for you, my beautiful Aries, but sometimes life, it gets really hard and you get exhausted, right? I feel like there's new vitality and a new sense of pushing on through happening in the month of October. Then, of course, we've got the swords. It's all about your incredible ideas, speaking your truth, articulating your dreams and goals to the universe as well, so that you're both on the same page to accomplish great things. Lots of revelations there, but also this is about clarity, knowing what you want and being really precise about it, because we can kind of go, you know what, it'd be nice if this would happen for us, and we just would leave it at that. But, sometimes we got to be really direct and say, this is happening for us. I'm going to make it happen for me. It feels very much like, you're being very precise and direct. Then, of course, we got the Pentacles, which is all about your plan. And it's about rooting that and grounding it and working towards it, creating a solid foundation for you to build upon. And I see you moving towards that because you've got that Four of Pentacles there. You're taking ownership of your time. You're not allowing anyone's drama to get in the way. You have no time for games. I feel like you are sharp shooting this month and you're being super organized, very precise, and very focused and attention to detail. And lastly, of course, we have the Cups, which is all about the dream world, like becoming a reality, your vision coming to life. And it's about being in the flow of your energy in order to move forward. And I definitely see that that's happening for you. Now, we do have the Five of Cups. It's in the resistance position, okay? Basically, this pile here is how you're approaching the month. You're feeling pretty confident as much as possible, or you're trying to be. With the Ten of Cups there, the Death card, you want to make some changes. You feel like it's time to really declutter in your life. Some of you are cutting out things that drain your energy. That's definitely apparent with this card, okay, because this is the Cups, they're upside down. It's like everything's just drained from you. So you may be looking at food, substances, people, environments, and how you manage stress or challenging situations. So I feel if you've been just feeling a little bit like isolated or on your own recently, I feel there's this sense of empowerment over the month of October where suddenly your energy levels are back. But also I feel like you realize that you are a real force to be reckoned with and you power on through. Now, the Five of Cups, although it's in the resistance position, that's normally a very positive kind of position for it to be in. It basically means that, anything that has been very disappointing, you're moving on from it and hope returns. There's a recovery of your situation. If you've been feeling a little bit unwell recently, this is a period to take stock and recover. But ultimately, with that Five of Cups, it can indicate you feel like you missed out on something, okay? And I feel an opportunity is coming back around. It's not quite formalized yet, if that makes sense. So if you feel like you were promised a promotion, I feel like there's still a little bit of a wait there, but I do see some movement. So you may have a conversation or an appraisal regarding it this month. If this is a lament for the things that you do not have in your life right now and you feel that you lack certain resources, the universe is orchestrating to make sure that there is some really good karma coming your way and it will secure your future. I get a real sense here from a lot of you that you're trying to exert your independence in some way, whether it's, moving out of the family home to rent your own property or purchase your own property. For some of you, it could be that, you're just finalizing a divorce and you're actually feeling free and a little bit like, okay, what next? You want to fill your life with experiences that rejuvenate and revitalize your energy. For some of you, it could be that, you are feeling that you want to strike out and be your own boss and, be independent when it comes to your working environment. Whatever it is, I feel like you're leading with authenticity, and I feel there is an energy here of you really being very productive, being on top of your day-to-day stuff, your responsibilities, but I also feel like you're attracting more good things. You've got the Empress energy here, which is more abundance, but it also, when it's partnered with the World card, especially in this position, it feels like something that you've been working diligently towards is going to bear fruit. It is going to pay off for you, whether this is financial in nature, whether this is an opportunity to elevate, maybe it's a new benefit, maybe it's like an energy here of you kind of like seeing actual developments, seeing that your hard work is paying off, that everything is starting to take shape and come together. There's some sort of evidence of that occurring in the month of October for you, okay? Now we've got the King of Swords here, and we've got it in the resistance position. This can indicate that there is someone that tends to be on your mind, okay? It could be someone from your past. This is someone perhaps that you feel abused their power in a situation, especially when you have a King of Swords in the reverse position. It can indicate someone who either was a little bit loose with the truth or perhaps said something. I feel more than anything, the energy lends itself to someone who was really close to you at some point. You had a lot of feeling for this person. They may have hurt you. So there is a lament here. So some of you are actually finally processing this and really letting it go so it no longer holds any weight or power in your life. Also, it can indicate, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful, I'm being given an energy here with the Death card and the Five of Cups and the King of Swords. I'm being given an energy of someone that you think about who is no longer at the table. Okay, someone in spirit is what I'm being given. Let me see if I can get any. Okay, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. I'm seeing a couple of things right now. One is a really wacky tie. Okay, so it's quite quirky. A tie. Okay, so this is masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just seeing like a quirky tie. So this could be a symbol or a sign to say, you know what, I'm still around, and, you know, thanks for holding on to that tie. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Maybe it just is symbolic of the ties that bind. This person's still bonded to you, and they're still tied to your energy, and they're around you. But I'm also seeing something else. It's a heart that is connected to a candle, is what I'm seeing. So either you have like a little vigil stand or a place where you have a little heart and you light a candle for this person in honor of their memory. They stand by it and they're with you. Every time you light that candle, they're with you, even when you're not lighting that candle. So I feel like you may get a sign or a symbol from that person this month. Please ask directly for the sign you want and you shall have it, is what I'm being given. But do look out for a really quirky tie, okay? Or maybe it's a symbol. It's very colorful. Okay, let me just put it like that. And also a candle with a heart connected to it as well. So I'll leave it there, and with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from that energy too. Okay, King of Swords energy. I feel some of you, there is this sort of urgency to get serious about your projects. So I really get a sense of you getting super organized, strategizing, because anything that, of course, is in the reverse, it will go into the upright. So with that Five of Cups then being in the upright, this is about sort of allowing a sadness to be processed or forgiving the past in order to move on from it. Now, we do not forgive a past situation or a person to let them off the hook. What we do is we let it go and forgive it so that we cannot carry it around with us any longer, because ultimately the only person it is hurting is ourselves. You know, whoever did you wrong in the past, chances are they're not even thinking about it, right? They're just getting on with their life, and you are there with this heavy energy. Easier said than done, I know. I've had some experiences in my past where I'm like, whoa, that was a hard one to forgive. And sometimes it will, you know, tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, remember this time? And I'm like, whoa, you know, and it'll give me a bit of a wobble, right? So I feel this is about honoring the fact that the body and the mind needs to do what it needs to do in order to fully release. So there may be a little moment of memory or nostalgia this month, could give you a little bit of a wobble, okay? But I feel like you're more empowered and you're stronger than this situation, whatever it is. And you're going to notice how changed you are and how far you've come and moved on from this situation. So please take that as it resonates. But ultimately, this card is an indication that you have clear thought, clear mind, and that nothing is kind of getting in the way of your plans. So I feel like you're taking ownership this month. Now, we've also got the Empress energy. Of course, this is a card of being very productive, but also things bearing fruit. So I also see there's a lot of reward around you, a lot of, you know, I see money around you, of course. So I get an energy that you're going to be able to make some substantial payments on like repayment plans, mortgages, but also I see you saving or looking at some sort of financial structure this month in order to, like, I'm feeling like generational wealth kind of structures. So some of you may be looking into that this month or actually implementing it. Some of you may even get like an advisor to help you. I would also say look at the reviews of anyone that you use, okay? And make sure you just do a little bit of due diligence, because sometimes people and their services, they may write the reviews themselves, the top 5 or something, and say, yeah, great service, 5 stars, and you're like, and then you may see like one person who slipped through the net who says, this is awful, you know, don't trust this person. Really pay close attention to the reviews is what I'm being given, okay? Now, the Empress energy, also, some of you are pregnant. If that's you, congratulations. What I'm seeing here is that some of you, there's just an energy of you may I'm just getting energy of like you may like give birth a couple of days early, okay? So it may surprise you a little bit is what I'm being given there, but you know, congratulations, beautiful energy coming through there. And also some of you may even find that you're pregnant if you have the capacity to be pregnant there. And I feel Yeah, there's just this change energy about you. It's almost like you can feel it. It's not just you find out that you're pregnant. It's like your body, you kind of felt it the moment, okay? And I feel like you're starting to realize how connected you are to your body and to the energy around you. And I just feel like you may change the way that you, of course, approach food or environments because now there is a difference. So, again, sending lots of love and congratulations to you there too. Also, if you're a parent, I feel this month, there is an energy here of you've got a lot on your plate. And I feel that's always the case. I feel like you're spinning plates, but I want you to be aware you're doing a great job. And I see if you've got one child or even many, there's at least one child who is going to give you like a massive hug and almost like tell you how much you mean to them, okay? And that actually they really appreciate all that you do. And that one moment is just worth everything, all the chaos, okay? So that's just coming through there as well. You're doing a really awesome job. Now, for a lot of you, I feel like you're embracing your creativity this month, okay? Leading with your passions, doing new things, vibing at a different frequency where you want to transform something. So it could be that you change a style of creating, or it could be that you change a platform where you sell your work. So I feel there's an expansion here. Ultimately, I feel like you're submerging yourself in creative ideas, and I feel with the Hierophant, there are people in positions of authority who are noticing what you do. So whether it's you on social media, or whether it is you in a business, whether you're an artist, could be like a gallery notices your work. If you're a writer, could be a publisher. If you're in a career where you're in an establishment, a financial establishment, could be the CEO of the company, or if you're in industry, it could be someone who is significant in that industry is noticing what you're capable of and wants to partner up. I'm getting an energy here of wanting to be staircased. So I feel you have friends in high places, and this could even be a networking opportunity, like meeting someone in like an elevator, for example. So I feel this is a month of divine timing and sudden opportunity for you as well. Now, the Hierophant, of course, is all about deepening your belief system, having faith that you're backing yourself, you're having a little bit more confidence in your skill set, overriding any doubt or fears, okay? You are the go-getter and the goal setter of the zodiac, so I definitely see that you're powering on through on something. And the Hierophant, I feel like there is something that is going to happen for you where you are so thankful and you know that your faith got you through, whatever that is. So if there is something here that you've been praying for or feel like you have had missing from your life, I feel the universe is making strides towards delivering it towards you. Also, the Hierophant, I'm getting strong knowledge, okay? But I'm actually getting knowledge about the body this month. So, yeah, normally I get like upskilling or maybe taking a course of learning, but I see a lot of you learning about your bodies this month and how it makes you tick. This is not a gender-specific reading, but I feel a lot of you are learning about keeping things balanced, hormones, vitamin deficiencies. I feel like you are just searching to make sure that everything is in balance in your body. And you may be learning things about your body that you didn't know before, but it really helps you break out of a system of kind of like putting it to the side. So if you're like, oh gosh, I'm exhausted, I've just been doing so much, I feel rather than just palming it off on you've been doing so much, I feel this energy of you going, oh, I'm so exhausted, I've been doing so much, but maybe I'm lacking in a vitamin. Maybe I should investigate that. Of course, always take advice from a practitioner before you add anything significant to a diet, for example, because you'll want to get someone's advice who actually is qualified to give it. So, but I see that happening there as well. Now, we do have the Justice card. I would say you've got a lot of paperwork to do this month. So for some of you, if you're on your own business, could be that you're doing something tax related or accounts related. Some of you may be getting receipts together or doing spreadsheets, documents. If you're in a company that you work for, it could be that like you are coming to an end of a season or an end of a period in your firm where, you need to collate all the documents or the information. So I see a lot of like emails, phone calls. This is about staying on top of your tasks and responsibilities in general. I mean, if you're not someone who is connected to like documents, it can be just keeping your life running smoothly and starting to notice that all the effort you've put in, you're starting to get a bit of a payoff, because the Justice card is about good karma. It's about things coming back around. Now, if you are going through a legal dispute in some way, with the Hierophant and the Empress energy and the Four of Pentacles, I would say that things go pretty well for you. However, we've got that Seven of Swords. There could be someone who tries to play dirty. Just watch out for that. Lead with integrity, and follow your own moral compass, because I feel the truth will prevail. So just make sure that you are aware that someone may act in a lower vibration, but as long as you got the facts and you've got everything in order, I feel like things will work in your favor there as well. Now, some of you may actually get married this month. Okay, so that's you. Congratulations. I feel like you're gonna have a wonderful time, wonderful getaway. I'm actually seeing an energy here of, number one, upgrade. So I rarely see that. So if you are, going on a honeymoon, I would say, especially if you're flying, or even if you're going on a cruise or something, I would let them know that you're on honeymoon, okay? Because occasionally people get upgraded, but I feel like you're going to be upgraded, okay? So I see that there. But you need to let them know that you're on your honeymoon, and I feel like they will treat you very special indeed. And with this Justice card, I'm also getting an energy here of harmony, of course, but also finding a solution to kind of like increasing wealth, or I'm also getting like making your home your sanctuary, so DIY energy. Some of you may pay a little bit of extra money this month to do something extra nice with the place that you live in. So it could be like new paint on the walls, maybe in addition to the home space in some way. But ultimately, I feel there's something good coming your way that you've been asking for, but also, most importantly, working hard to accomplish. So even if you've like contacted like a district council to change something in your neighborhood, or you've been petitioning for something, some of you may have been even doing some charity work, and you'll see like an increase in people sponsoring you, for example. So whatever it is, I feel like the outcome is very favorable for you. But I gotta be honest, you're making some like personal changes here. I feel a lot of your month is business as usual. We've got that Four of Pentacles there, which of course indicates that you're taking ownership of your time, but also I feel like you're being able to save a little bit more money. You're being very financially savvy as well there. But also what I get here is you're protecting something that means a lot to you. So whether it is the position that you've got to in life so far, or whether it is protecting a relationship, whether it is protecting your time against people who are negative or not, helpful in your current circumstances, whatever it is, I feel like you're protecting your inner peace as well. And I feel this is a card of tranquility. But it can also indicate that you're concentrating on something and you don't want any distractions. So I feel this is a very serious month about you focusing on your goals, controlling your time to make sure that you remain on target, which of course you will. Now also I'm getting an energy here of stagnancy, okay? Really important, if we do one thing all the time and we ignore other areas of our life, then of course things will get a little bit dull and boring, and there's nothing worse than being bored, right, in life, especially for an Aries, you fire element where you like spontaneity, excitement, you're always on the go, thinking of new things and trying to remain inspired, and actually inspiring loads of people around you, even if you're not aware of that. But the Justice card is like you need to adjust something in your life, because variety is the spice of life. Don't hold on too tightly to things that are not helping you or actually hurting you, and release, kick back, let your hair down, and have a little bit of fun as well. Now, we do have the Seven of Swords there, and because we have the Four of Pentacles, I would just be a little bit mindful of, protecting your finances, okay? So let me just have a look at what I mean by that. Seven of Swords, the history of the card is actually that, the figure is trying to take the weaponry from the army in order to find a more diplomatic solution to a delicate situation. So it could be that if someone owes you money, for example, Aries, and you want it back, it can indicate, you catch more bees with honey. So you have to have a diplomatic conversation with someone and say, hey, look, it's been some time. Any movement on the money you owe me? So it could be that you have to have like a delicate but difficult, awkward conversation, but at the same time, you want to be direct. I would also say with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, be discreet about the money that you are making, okay, or not making. But I feel more than anything, right now it's about the money that you are making, okay? I would say, Nine of Cups. Yeah, something good is coming through for you. A wish is being delivered. I would say keep it quiet, okay? Because someone could actually be indiscreet and actually blab your business, okay? And you don't want that to occur. But also it could be if you've got an idea that's going to be very lucrative. Again, I would keep it to yourself, okay? Just in case, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card, but it's also a card of feeling really proud of your success. And whilst, of course, you want to tell people that you really care about, look, I did this. Isn't this amazing? I did it all by myself, and you're just really happy. You're not bragging. It can indicate here that someone, whilst they kind of support your success and are happy for you, it starts them overthinking about their own failures or where they feel like they're not enough. And it can sort of attach a negative kind of vibration to everything that you're achieving. And I feel like you don't, of course, want that, okay? But Nine of Cups, something good's coming here. And I wanted to pull that card on the Seven of Swords for you to see what that's all about. But I feel this is about you being very independent, marching to the beat of your own drum, living life on your own terms without people pleasing. I feel like you're not adhering to other people's expectations. You're doing what is right for you. But also, I would say that there may be a diplomatic conversation that you have to approach this month, and it's actually going to go in your favor, okay? But diplomacy may have to be the key to that one, especially if energy and emotions run high with this person in general, okay? Now, Nine of Cups is a great card to leave it on, so I feel like you are going to leave the month feeling really proud of yourself and whatever changes you are making. A lot of these changes are occurring in the home space, so I feel, there's almost like a bit of a spring clean, even though it's not spring. Well, it may be, depending on what part of the hemisphere you're in right now, but I feel like something comes through for you, something you've been yearning for, praying for. And I feel when you look back at it, you realize actually you did this all by yourself, okay? So finally, we got Rider and we've got Clover. Loving that, okay? Now the Rider, I did mention some sort of visitor coming towards you. This could be a family member. If you work in a company, it could be someone from overseas. Maybe it is a friend of yours from overseas, but yeah, definitely some sort of person coming into your life. Visitor, arrival, messages, news, quick movement, information, taking action. So I feel it is an action-packed month for you, and I feel like you are going to hit your targets and accomplish great things, and I feel like you're on the go. You're busy, busy, busy. But also, you had the Nine of Cups just now. You've also got the Clover, which is, of course, good luck, prosperity, things working out in your favor. I mean, life is all about ups and downs, right? Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, but I feel like now you're totally on the up. And it says here, luck, fortune, success, surprise, win, opportunity, second chances. Now, as I said, I feel like some of you may feel like you missed out on an opportunity, but something's coming back around, and some of you are revisiting some things that perhaps you left on the shelf to do a little bit later. I feel some of these are super lucrative, especially if they're ideas, but it also says unexpected. So I would say unexpected news that is really pleasant, that's going to make you smile and even celebrate comes in this month too. I almost want to say it's a bit of a whirlwind month for you, but in a really positive way. And I feel there's a lot happening on a personal level, where you're processing and basically, it's a cathartic kind of feeling here where you're just releasing a lot of things, and it creates more space for other things to come in its place. And I feel great month for you in general. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune. Oh, wow. So we have the wheel. This is the ship wheel. So of course, for some of you, I think I mentioned a cruise. So if you're going on a cruise, it's going to be a great one. But also this is about you being the master or the mistress of your destiny to some degree, of course. There are certain fated, destined plot points that we all have to get to that's in our karmic contract on this earthly plane. But also, you know, we are in control of our destiny, and I feel like you are taking charge this month. And of course, it's the Wheel of Fortune wheel, so that means there's extra luck guiding you as well, and things that you're connecting to are going to work out, and things will develop in unexpected ways, but it works out for the positive for you. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you all. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.